Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be doing some Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. Now the game, that name's a little misleading because there's been quite a number of Sherlock Holmes games developed by a company called Frogwares. And I love them. I mean, I've played probably 6 or 7 of their Sherlock Holmes games. I think there's more than that as well. There's some much earlier ones that I haven't played. You know, there's a certain amount of maybe a little bit of jank in some of the older titles, but certainly the last few that I've played. Crime and Punishments was a couple of games ago. I think the one previous to this was called The Devil's Daughter, and they were just brilliant games. So I had a lot of fun with those, and I've not played this one before. This is the most recent game. I think it came out perhaps it was either earlier this year or perhaps towards the end of last year, something like that. But we're going to start a new game here and, yeah, dive right in. We're going to solve some mysteries, hopefully, and play as Sherlock Holmes.
Ginger, that's what you need. A mouthful of the good stuff and you'll see the back of any seasickness.
Thank you for your support, John. Don't suppose you actually brought any ginger?
No, I don't get seasick.
Terrific.
Don't worry, Sherry. We've almost arrived at Cordona.
Sherry.
I can see land through the porthole.
So much for docking by tea time. The captain seemed more interested in his maids than in his maps.
Oh, is Sherlock grumpy? Cheer up. We're back where we grew up. It's exciting. What's changed? What's the same?
Ugh. I'm starting to question whether the weeks-long journey was worth it. Travelling all this way, enduring this indignity simply to visit a grave. Even if it is my mother's.
Ah, that's just Mycroft's nonsense, still rattling around in your head. Try to forget what he said. I have.
I believe it was that this is a performative farce, a feeble excuse to avoid responsibilities, and that there was nothing to be gained from it.
You needed to do this. Enough of the self-pity and doubt. So we're a little late. What of it? We'll retire to the hotel and visit her in the morning. It'll be worth it.
Thank you, John.
And if you want to notify the captain's wife of his indiscretions, I will not stand in your way.
Oh, at last. I'm quite ready to get off this cursed boat.
Come on. We'll go together.
Okay, another loading screen. Something to do about renting clothes instead of buying them, which is interesting. So there's probably some sort of disguise element you might expect from a Sherlock Holmes game.
Hey, Sherry. Come on, catch up.
Okay, we're finally in control here. So there's a few things to take note of, I guess, at the beginning. The first is that the Chapter 1, rather than referring to the first game of a series, it obviously doesn't. It refers to the fact that this is a bit of a prequel to the other games. We've obviously got a very young Sherlock Holmes here, much younger than we've seen in the other games, and a very young Dr. Watson over there. And it also doesn't appear to be taking place in England. I don't know quite where this is. It looks quite continental. I guess we'll probably find out a bit more as we go. So we've got some tutorials. We can move around and left click to interact with objects. I'll probably just skip that tutorial. I think we know how to walk around by now. It's an interesting costume he's wearing, quite avant-garde. It's not the sort of thing you'd usually expect Sherlock Holmes to wear. We can click on Watson here. What have you got to say?
Sherlock, don't get lost in this huge garden. Follow the sound of my voice.
You're right there. I can see you. I'll have a little wander off to the sides, and if I shift, yes, if I press shift, we can run a bit. Get round a little bit quicker. Interact with anything over here? Not so far. Yeah, so we're being funneled into the front door by the look of it. So we'll just
Welcome
walk
to Il
up
Palazzo
to
di
here.
Lusso, sir.
Il Palazzo. This is Italy, I would think. We can click on him and see if he's got anything else to say.
If you need something, sir, please inquire at reception.
Right, and we just push to go in.
Welcome to Il Palazzo di Lusso, sir. We just need your signature.
Okay, we'll click on the book.
There you are.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Yes, we have.
Doesn't
room
look very
for
well, does he?
21 prepared for you. I see it was reserved for 2 people. Would you like a second key?
Oh, no, I think we'll stick together.
Very
Sherlock
good.
and Watson always stick
Rooms
together.
are upstairs, sir. Welcome to Cordona.
Hurry up, Sherlock. I want to see our room.
We could click on him
Your
again.
room is upstairs, sir. Number 221.
Oh, that's interesting. Like the number of the room is like our door number in Baker Street, which we probably don't have yet, as we're in Italy and we're rather young. He said it's upstairs, didn't he? So perhaps we'll just head up there. I doubt there's much to interact with over here just yet. Yeah, we'll head up to our room first of all. We want to sort of get the main mystery started as quickly as possible, I think. 229. What are we? 221, aren't we? So we'll run down here a little bit. A little bit laggy in places. Like Teddy Roosevelt, I don't think it is though. You go through these doors? No. 225, so we haven't quite got to our number yet. Can't go that way. This is like a private chamber of some kind. Can't go in there. Ah, we'll go this way. Like the bar. Probably come back here later. Let's just get up to the room. 222. 221. Here we go.
I apologise, sir, but your room is not yet ready.
Oh.
Perhaps, in the meantime, you would like to relax in the foyer? Tonight, the restaurant is offering a complimentary marlin ceviche to all our guests.
Let's check what they have on offer. Let's check what they have on offer.
Watson's a lot more cockney than I remember him being from the other games, or indeed the books. Obviously they're taking the character in a slightly different direction. This would appear to be the restaurant. We can click
Hey,
on these
Sherry.
plates.
Just our luck.
Where was he? Where's Watson? Was he being Spooky Watson again? There was sort of a meme in one of the previous games called Spooky Watson, and it was, you know, you'd leave Watson somewhere like that, and you'd walk all the way over here, look there, and then you turn around and he'd be right there and just sort of appear behind you in places. So I don't know if he's going to do something similar to that.
If seafood's not to your taste, everyone loves Benedict's batch. Our poached eggs with hollandaise sauce.
I wonder if that's like a nod to Benedict Cumberbatch, who plays Sherlock in the TV show on BBC. Probably is. Okay.
Hey, Sherry. Just our luck.
Oh, what's this? Incredible Luca Chalici? Friend of Spirits. Okay.
A medium, John. Haven't we been through this already?
Come on, it's
Interesting.
not like we've got anything better to do.
Got a little task there to meet the medium.
Excuse me, sir, but I believe Mr. Galici's is conducting a
Gallici.
seance at the moment. Perhaps you'd care to have your portrait drawn while you wait?
Why?
Pardon me.
Why should I sit for a portrait?
Sir, it's art. It doesn't need a why. It is its own justification.
All things require justification, be they objects, systems, or beliefs.
How about art as the lens through which we see the truth of the world?
That's backward. Truth is not subjective and not complicated. It's just the truth. It either is or it isn't. You do not need a lens to see it, just an open mind.
Ha! That seems rather close-minded. Truth, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. So tell me, what do you see?
Mediocrity.
Oh, he's very harsh on himself, young Sherlock, isn't he? Or maybe he was talking about the
Come
artist.
now, Sherry. What did he do to deserve that?
I think he
The
was.
servant mentioned ceviche at the bar, Sherry. You should grab us some, and I'll find us a table. I'm starving.
Isn't this it? Yes, okay, do I grab both? No, okay. The Watson's off finding us a table. I think he's over here, isn't he?
Sherry, I'm over here with my new Ursine companion.
Ursine. What's that? Okay, I don't... Ursine's bear, isn't it? Oh, I see, the pictures of a bear. There we go.
Cordona's even quieter than I remembered. It's going to be a long evening.
Ah, come now, Sherry. What say we amuse ourselves with a little game?
The game is afoot.
What were you thinking? Oh, promise me it isn't nonsense. After being cooped up on that boat, I am itching for activity.
No. As you can see, someone left a cane on our table. I simply thought you could identify its owner.
Okay.
So it is nonsense. It'll take me a minute, John, at most.
Well then, you can deliver it to him as well.
It's like a conversation, but I'm assuming at some point we get options in conversation, but not
Deliver it to
currently.
him. Then what are the staff here for? Aesthetics?
Stubborn, Sherry, too stubborn. You wanted something to do.
Slapping oneself in the face is also something to do. That doesn't make it worthwhile. But all right, let me take a look.
Alright, so we're going to do a bit of deduction here to try and work out who is the owner of this staff. So, A and D, move the camera up and down. We can rotate with the mouse. We can hold to inspect on something. It's turned yellow, so let's hold on this.
The hand grip is a head of a golden Javanese statue, probably stolen from a temple. The dents suggest it has been used as a bludgeon.
Okay. We'll hold again here.
A crest depicting a bulb of garlic in a meadow, perhaps the Fielding family or Meadows, or Craven, from the Old English name meaning garlic place.
Yes, this is the last thing we can click on.
The cane is made of ebony, it's worn uncared for, and bears the scars of numerous hits. This cane is an expensive and ostentatious weapon. Its owner must be vain, volatile, and of noble English blood.
Take it with you, Sherry. Let's return it to its owner. All right. I hope you noted down your observations in your casebook. But how are you going to find this nobleman?
The cane itself is not enough. I may have to ask other guests if they saw who was here.
Sherlock can ask bystanders about a piece of evidence. Press C to open the casebook, pin the evidence with an X, and then speak to someone. Try it now with a cane. Okay, so we're going to press C. We're going to open the casebook. We can pin a piece of evidence, which is this lost cane. Okay, that was with X, wasn't it? Okay, so we've pinned this lost cane in our casebook. If I press escape, we'll close that. So let's see if we can go and ask anyone about this. Okay, try here.
Excuse me, just one question.
You're fortunate to ask me because I know that.
She's saying there were 3 people at that table, a couple and a retired Navy officer. Observers weren't sure what happened to the couple, but the Navy officer was seen going out to the front garden for some air.
Well, even with
Okay.
your keen senses, Sherry, I doubt you'll find the cane's owner on your first try.
I want to speak to this guy with this funny
And
hat.
Would you be confident
There we
enough
go.
to
Press
bet on it, my friend?
Q to concentrate and
Why not?
reveal
Let's see
details
how
to
good you
identify your
really are.
target. Don't forget to pin the relevant evidence. Some clue won't be visible without it. So we'll go back to the casebook. What can we do? Yeah, it's still about the cane. Meeting the medium. Okay, so those are other things to do. I need to go find the front garden somewhere. Probably where we first came in. Just move a bit quicker. Ah, so maybe perhaps out here, if we can go out back out here. So there's a few people here. Perhaps we'll ask this this gentleman in the white top hat who's standing on his own over here.
Not that one, huh? You lost the bet, Sherry, but don't let that stop your search for the Navy officer.
Okay, I didn't realise that we had to get it right on the first attempt. I thought we were just asking people where we might find him. So that's a shame. So it's a retired Navy officer. Oh, I know. We should have used this cue, shouldn't we? Okay, what was he saying about this guy? Italian singer. Affable, lived in cold climate. Welsh noble, plays cricket. Friendly. What about this guy? Scottish lawyer, sympathetic, good singer. And what about this one? German engineer, sympathetic, retired military officer. Doesn't sound like it's any of them. Have we got anyone else? It might be that German officer. We'll go back and have a look. We'll just check these two out first. Crimean singer, religious fanatic. This lady, English clerk, afraid of animals, friendly. Alright, well I think our best bet is this. Although he was described as sympathetic, he sounds like he could be our best bet for the owner of Arcane.
My dear fellow, you're talking to the right man.
The Navy officer, Mr. Rhodes, not a very German name, was sitting at our table. Oh, here we go. There's someone who knows the officer. The Navy officer, Mr. Rhodes, was sitting at our table with the noble couple. Okay. The men talked about yachting and the lady was fidgeting with the cane. Perhaps she put it aside and her husband forgot to take it when they went to meet the medium. Now I have a perfect excuse to enter the seance room.
Hey, Sherry, don't we now have the perfect excuse to visit the seance?
I'm
we do.
just going to give the cane to its owner. You will not persuade me to take part in this show.
So back inside, we'll just go straight over here. Do we know where the show is? Might be over here. So there's a crystal ball on the table there. Oh, here we go.
This hotel, this island, it's full of thieves. First my cane, now the diamond. Take your hands off me! Do you even know who I am?
So there's a lot to unpack here.
Boy, that's my cane.
I get that a lot. It's a very common design.
What? No, that's a custom made.
A joke. A joke. It was left at my table in the restaurant. I thought it deserved to be returned.
Well, I'll be... It is rare to encounter a straight-fingered true penny these days. What a gentleman. But I must ask, how did you know I was the rightful owner?
Okay. So, similar with the cane, we can hold down on some hot spots and use it to get some clues. So he's got a red face, swollen reddish skin. It's actually, I don't know if it's going to be doing this each time or whether it's just for now, but it's kind of showing us where we've got to look. So he's got expensive and new clothes, so he's quite well off. Oh, there we go, I can move down now. So he's got a head of garlic on his ring, and he doesn't wear a wedding ring. And it looks like he's got grazed knuckles, so he's been hitting people. So we've got the garlic clue, red face, clothes and knuckles. So judging by the heraldic emblem on his signet ring and cane, I can be fairly certain that this man is Lord Craven, a noble Englishman in the habit of visiting resorts to receive treatment for his liver malady. His florid face indicates that he has succumbed to the temptation to drink a few shots of alcohol, and perhaps he was unsettled by the séance. By his red knuckles, I presume that he takes boxing lessons to strengthen his physical condition. Already annoyed by the disappearance of his cane, he is now infuriated by the theft of a diamond, unsurprisingly. So he's an ill Englishman on resort, aboard a British nobleman. Is that something that we have to choose? Oh, here we go. Right, so we've got two things we can choose to describe him as. An ill Englishman, which is possible. I don't know about this taking boxing lessons. So what does it say if we do bored British nobleman? Lord Craven travels around Europe squandering his money. Florid face indicates he has problems with alcohol. Yeah. Still physically strong, but in a few years' time he'll be wretched. Yep. Being constantly drunk, his issues with temper. His red knuckles reveal that he has severely beaten at least one person quite recently. His anger issues mixed with alcohol and contrariety could make him a violent person. So I think of the two, that seems the most likely description. So we'll hold down the space to confirm that. I think this is just a repeat of what we've had. Yep, so we'll accept.
Simple deduction. Your cane told me everything I needed to know. I was after a strong, middle-aged man with a keen interest in adventure, noble blood, and affection for strong drink. And if one were to go further, one may even be able to extrapolate your name from your heraldic symbol, Lord Craven.
Marvelous. Simply marvelous. That's me, Lord Andrew Craven. You are the real medium. You hear that, Emma? Well, you found my cane. Perhaps you can locate my diamond, too. Yes, you should do it. It will be child's play for you, Mr.
Holmes. And if a child can do it, then I'm sure the local police can suffice.
The police? Why bother? I know this harlequin stole it. The only question is, where is it hidden? Fine. Give me my stick and I'll resolve the matter myself. This thief almost confessed after a single punch.
I suspect a beating may result in answers of questionable veracity. Fine. I shall spare you and he the trouble if you first answer me this.
Okay, so we do get a choice here. So we can ask him tell me about the diamond, or what happened at the seance. There seemed to be a lot going on when we came in.
The medium robbed you during the seance. But what occurred exactly?
It was a dirty trick. We were sitting here in the dark, chanting and holding hands as expected. Then something began to appear from the medium, like a cloud or a bubble. The swindler called it ectoplasm.
Ah, yes. Common in the spiritualist trade, and quite the spectacle.
Indeed, perhaps too much. My beloved Emma screamed in horror, and I stood to defend her, attacking that cursed ghost.
How brave.
But my hand hit nothing. The medium jumped away from me, and Emma fainted. I lit the candle, and the diamond was gone.
Okay, so we'll ask about the diamond now.
How does a priceless diamond become the subject of a seance? It is an unusual accoutrement.
Emma wished to speak with its former owners. My grandfather told us it belonged to a Rajah, an Indian king.
So you were summoning long-dead Indian royalty, and, pray tell, you were expecting him to converse in English?
To be frank, Mr. Holmes, I don't believe in ghosts. But Emma was fascinated by the idea of meeting a real king, even a dead one.
Well, a crown is a crown. Can you describe the stone itself?
A yellow diamond, not less than 100 carats, and perfectly egg-shaped. There is not another like it.
All right, we're going to go have a look for the
Stay
diamond then.
here and don't touch anything. I'm going to investigate further.
Don't fret, I'll be keeping a close eye on this thief.
Press Z to highlight interactive areas in the environment around you. Okay. We've got a few pings. So look at the table first of all. It's like broken glass. When you see a scribbled white circle, press Q to observe the object more closely. Sorry, we should be pointing at it here. There's an oval groove.
This must be the ectoplasm. Too bad there's not enough for a proper chemical analysis.
Ectoplasm. The ghost was here, Sherry.
The diamond was placed on the table so that all participants could reach it. There are light traces of rouge on the edge of this wine glass.
Okay. Ashtray?
Half a glass of Balblair Scotch and the remains of a Paul Aranaga cigar. What else does a gentleman need?
So we're thinking there should be another clue on this table or near it. Oh, is that it? Should we come round? Don't know if I can. There we go. Ooh, it's quite a small hotspot. There we go, this butterfly. Okay.
This brooch is old and cheap, but the moth design has its charms.
Mind Palace clue. Okay, we'll leave that for now. We're going to investigate all the other areas, other hotspots that we can find. What was it? It was, it wasn't Q. forgot what he said now.
Ooh, I love the ambience. Nice and creepy.
I thought there was something over here. There is. There's this broken
This
chair.
hefty chair has nearly broken after hitting the wall. Could one man even lift it?
At Cambridge, I was captain of the rugby team. It was no place for weaklings.
Talk to this medium.
What happened here?
I don't know. The ghost. I summoned it as usual, but then it all went wrong. The lady screamed and pointed at Lord Craven. And there was a shadow. Such a mystical force. It terrified the lady. And it must have taken the diamond. Who else could have?
Do you feel the presence of any supernatural entities at the moment?
Are you joking, sir? My nose is broken, this maniac wants to kill me, and you're asking about the spirits?
I suppose this can wait. I will investigate, and the culprit will be identified.
But the stubborn brute Lord Craven blames me right now. As if I could do something like that. Perhaps you can reason with him? Please?
Seems like you're ready to delve into your mind palace, Sherry. I'm sure you'll make some good deductions.
I'd like to have a little look round more. We can speak to
Thank you for
more
helping us
people.
resolve the situation, sir.
Something to look around here. Yeah, I'll have a look here.
Quite a display for the tremulous visitor.
How can you not love this stuff, Sherry? It adds so much atmosphere to the room.
Pale skin, quickened pulse, unsteady breathing. She's barely conscious. The feebleness of women.
Really, Sherry? Poor thing.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes never famously tolerant of women. Okay, this this is looking a bit like we found everything we can. So let's go into the Mind Palace here. Let's go into this tab. Go to the past. So what have we got? We've got some clues to look at. Lady Craven faced the window. Okay, I can lock that in. During the seance, lady was opposite window to the courtyard. Not sure about that. Lady Craven pointed across the seance table at something and screamed. Okay. Let's unlock that. I'm not quite sure what that's saying. So we'll say that she faced the window, we'll lock that in, and then we'll choose this pointing across the table and screaming. I think those two are two linked events, aren't they? Lady Craven was pointing at the window. I'm sure she saw something during the seance. Yes. Is that it? I'll go back in. Yeah, those two aren't linked, so go back to the casebook. What are we looking at here? Lady Craven must have seen someone outside as she was pointing at the window. I'm certain that someone was in the courtyard during the seance. A witness or an accomplice. I should check the area and see if there are any traces outside. Okay. Just having a quick look at our pieces of evidence that we found. Right, okay. So it looks like we've got to
It seems there may have been an unexpected
go out into the
visitor
courtyard.
outside the window.
It's
I hope
this
it was
window,
the
isn't
ghost
it?
of the Raja.
So can we go outside? We can. So we'll have a quick look out here. Something stuck in the ground. Looks like a heel of a shoe, doesn't it?
This looks recent. A shoe with a broken heel will surely leave scratches. All right, John. Do you think a ghost could leave this footprint?
I'm reserving judgment. Use your keen eye to follow the trail.
So do we need to... Where's our piece of evidence to lock in? Maybe if we just do that. Can we see any scratches on the ground? First, pin the relevant evidence to the screen. Okay. What was this? Angie, it looks like the old man is losing it. His beehives are being ransacked and his bees are going down one by one. I don't think there is much honey left in staying with the swarm, if you catch my drift. Meet me at the docks at noon. We'll do it together. Interesting. Assuming that's code, rather than being just about bees. We've got someone here who's... Can we talk to him?
Help me, please.
That's a question I can answer.
The resident who was in the courtyard saw a maid who was working there. He noticed that she left in a hurry after a scream was heard from the seance room. Okay. John just getting his shoes and trousers wet there, interestingly. Unusual behaviour. Now, I'm not sure what it means by pinning the relevant evidence to the screen. Not quite sure how one does that. Let's have a quick look. Ah, okay, this looks new, okay. Through here? Ah, yes, you see, so yeah, so we are tracking them now. Let's have a quick look around in this room. Something over here. Ooh, there's a shoe. Without a heel.
Size 4 with a broken heel.
Okay, so that's with the shoe someone was wearing. Perhaps this clerk here saw someone coming past. Can't seem to speak to him. If we come in here, maybe. Yes.
Is this familiar to you?
I would never deny you, sir, but I know nothing about this.
Okay, so he didn't see anyone leaving. And we're not sort of tracking anyone anymore. Ooh. Secret Society member. Okay, if you say so. What have they got to say?
Could you help me?
Don't be angry, sir, but I truly don't know.
Let's go back in that room that we know the maid who ran away definitely went into. Because there might be something else we can do in here. That was the shoe. Have a quick look round. The shelves. It doesn't look like there's anything else here. There's no other exit. Maybe the receptionist knows something.
Such a shame that Inspector Placido vanished. I'd feel much safer with him handling this.
Do you know anything about this?
I can't help you with that, sir.
Everyone seems to be affable. Weird reports in the newspaper. Maybe there's something more out here to have a look for. Let's have a quick look. Retrace our steps a bit. Oh, can I go in the water? No, I can't. Okay. So we know they ran this way. And we're getting a little trail there to let us know. I know about the shoe.
Size 4 with a broken heel. Rose de Moore.
Ah.
All the maids in the hotel wear this exact shoe.
So, definitely not the ghost of a Raja? Unless... No, what a shame.
Our witness was a nosy maid. Searching the entire hotel could be difficult. Perhaps the other maids can help us find her.
Okay, that's given us a bit more to go on now. So let's go out and, although this maid out here said she didn't know anything, let's talk to her again and see if she knows anything now.
Are you able to help me?
Oh, yes. I can tell you everything, sir.
There we go. The staff said that Lucia got a scolding from the chief steward for wearing common shoes at work. She should be cleaning near the pictures upstairs now. Okay, so we'll go upstairs. Look for a maid who's cleaning some pictures. That's no pictures here. No pictures there. These are the pictures we noticed earlier, isn't it? Is there a maid near here? Not noticeably. Maybe there's other pictures. Ah, this is probably more like it. Yeah. There we go. Size 4 shoe, which we're looking for.
Finally, there you are. One would think a maid would be easy to find in this place.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you need more towels?
No, no. You are the maid who saw the ghost in the seance room, yes?
How did you know?
Simple. You changed shoes after breaking a heel while fleeing the scene.
I'm sorry, sir, but if I may ask, who are you?
Let's lie.
I'm a novelist documenting the supernatural and those who witness it. Now, should you take a starring role in the tale, I will need your name.
Oh my. A book? And you want to include me? I'm Lucia. Lucia Saletta.
Something went wrong during the seance, Lucia, but no one will tell me what happened. You would be a valuable interview if you were there.
I was. And I saw everything with my own eyes.
Describe what happened during the seance.
A lady and two gentlemen were sitting at a table, touching their hands to something. The medium started to whisper and chant, and a ghost appeared.
A ghost? You're confident?
It was unearthly, sir. It grew from the medium's chest. A glowing cloud or a bubble. I pressed closer against the window to see better.
And the lady saw you?
How did you... Yes. She screamed and pointed, so I hurried to escape, and I broke my heel. But I did see the ghost. A sickly, evil thing.
Okay, we're getting somewhere now.
And that's all you can tell me? Did you see any of what happened next?
The medium, Mr. Galici, he was doing something with the ghost. He grabbed at it like he was trying to catch it. And then I ran.
I suppose I should be grateful you endured these horrors for such a long time. All right, I have your account memorized. Good day.
You lied to the poor girl, Sherry. What a tease. She'll dream about being a character in that book.
Surely a pleasant dream is better than no dream at all, John.
Oh, let's get back to the crime scene. I always love seeing you explain simple things to simpletons.
So where was the seance room? It's down here, wasn't it?
Lady Craven retired to her room to rest. Lord Craven remained here until the staff reported that the medium was locked in his room.
With enough clues, Sherlock can use imagination to reconstruct the past, interact with the node to begin, and then recreate an accurate version of events. Try to place the seance participants in their exact locations. So we'll do a bit of this. Making ourselves comfortable. So we can see the maid, Lucia, out there. And we know that Emma, is it Emma, was sitting there, so it wasn't him, no. Yes. Now, where was the medium? Maybe he was... Was he... Hang on. Was he here? Could be. We know there's a broken chair over there. No, we know that the chair with his coat on, it was there, wasn't it? Yeah. So we'll put angry man here, throwing the chair into the corner. That all looks right to me. Okay, so we hold down space to validate that. Let's say that's what works, isn't it?
It all began when the lady screamed and pointed at the window. Lord Craven jumped up, ready to face anything, ghost or human. The medium shrank back in dismay. He was not expecting such a reaction and had to quickly hide the ghost. The lady was the only one left touching the diamond, at least until she fainted.
Amazing. It's like you saw it with your own eyes, sir.
Oh, I forgot that you were here. I guess I should discuss all of this with Lady Craven.
The Cravens are upstairs in room 226. It is one of our finest suites.
Okay, so
if
let's
the
leave
lady
it.
was touching a diamond, then she would have felt the ghost take it. What do you think it felt like, Sherry? A jellyfish?
Probably not. So 226. Let's go upstairs and find the right room. I think it's maybe this way. So that's... Oh, hang on. What have we got here? 225. So is there a room just here? Let's have a look.
Lady Craven is
Yes.
not who she seems. Remember her behaviour?
Oh, that was interesting. Gossip can help you investigate a case or even discover a new one, so don't hesitate to eavesdrop. When you see an ear icon, hold left mouse and filter out the important words from the chatter.
Lady Craven is not who she seems.
Oh, okay. Right, okay. Excuse me, ladies.
Could you help me?
I would never refuse a nobleman, but I know nothing, sir.
Can I please get in the
Are
room?
you able to help me?
Sir, I don't know. Try asking someone else.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
Right, hang on.
Lady Craven is not who she seems.
Valuable words from the irrelevant chatter. What about if we keep... Oh, no. Okay. No. No. Yes? No. Okay, it seems to be timed as well, so we need to do this a bit quicker.
Lady Craven is not who she seems.
Let's try again. I'll try and be quick. Discard. Discard. Keep. Discard. 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 Did I fail that again? Right, let's try again.
Lady Craven is not...
What actions by Lady Craven arouse suspicion in the maids? Okay. No. Yes? Yes? No. 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 Right. Okay. We'll do it one more time. I think we're getting the hang of
Lady Craven is
what we're
not...
after here. Made a husband drunk? Yes. Chef steals food? No. Lots of guests to summon? No. Was on the lookout? Yes. Prices rising? No. Sounds bad acquaintances? Oh no. Oh, okay. Cannot use a fish knife is suspicious activity, apparently. They gossip that the woman may not be the wife of Lord Craven. By their observation, she was on the lookout during the evening while trying to get Lord Craven drunk. They also noticed how the lady was unsure how to properly use a fish knife. Okay, fair enough. Got there in the end.
You're here, at last. I didn't do that. I swear. I found her this way.
Well, I did have some questions for her, but it seems I've arrived too late. Now it's a matter for the police.
Mr. Holmes, you said it yourself. They're children. They'll only make things worse. You promised me you would investigate.
Investigate a theft, not a murder. Fear not. I will tell them all I've uncovered.
Please help me. The police will surely accuse me of Emma's death. You were the only one who can find the truth.
Fine, but only because it's slightly more interesting than the walls of my room. Tell me what happened.
Look, after you left, I waited in the seance room until the servants locked up Mr. Gallici, the medium.
Was Emma with you?
And was your mistress there too?
Oh, so you know? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Regardless, the staff took Emma to her room. She was still feeling dizzy.
So you didn't follow her. Interesting.
Where did you go next?
Where did you go instead?
To the bar. It had been almost an hour.
I see. And how long did you stay?
I partook of a well-earned whiskey or two before retiring upstairs. Ask anyone there.
Where's the medium?
Is Mr. Gallici still being held? And where did the servants secure him?
He's in room 225. But that pigeon-livered man at the reception desk refused to give me the key.
Well, I will have to visit reception myself then. Perhaps he will listen to reason. Now we arrive at the tragedy at hand.
What did you do next?
So what transpired after your detour to the bar?
I headed up to my room to find Emma on the bed. I didn't pay her much attention at first. I was still preoccupied with that damned medium. But when I realized she was silent, I drew closer and discovered she was dead. What's more, the diamond lay right there beside her.
Oh, well, that is splendid news.
Splendid? The return of the diamond will be cold comfort if I live out my days in a jail cell. You must help me.
Let me see what I can find.
Nearly an hour has passed, and you already have yourself a murder mystery, Sherlock. Why am I not surprised?
Right, well, we've found the diamond anyway, after some fashion. I think we'll leave it there for now. When we come back, we'll carry on this investigation and try and find out exactly what's happened here with the theft of this diamond and now the murder of this Emma character. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, then please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.